Hi. All right. So this is actually like one of many, many, many attempts that I've ever had at doing any sort of vlogging or blogging or any kind of like sharing myself with the world. So here goes. My name is Eric. I'm a music theater performer, and I live in New York City. York, New York, hell of a town. The shit is up, and the shit is down, and the shit is everywhere, because it's New York City. So, I'm just going to do stream of consciousness right now, because this is the start, and I want to do whatever the hell I want. I'm doing this because I'm beginning again. Yeah, I'm beginning again. So, in life, one has to face a huge assortment of nauseating fads. No, I'm not going to go into that. But in life, there are a lot of things that people have to face. And they have to face them again and 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 again. And sometimes when you're facing those things for the second or third or 5 millionth time, it can feel like it's a new beginning. Because accepting that you're having to face this thing again and again and again and again and again and again and again can be a little daunting. I don't know about everyone, but I always like to think that my life is on a trajectory that is going up. I'm moving up. I'm always progressing. It's a progression. I'm succeeding in life. But sometimes, life isn't like that. Sometimes you get to do the same thing over and over and over again, and again and again and again and again and again and again. Because sometimes you didn't learn the lesson that you were supposed to learn the first time. Sometimes you learned a different lesson. Sometimes you didn't learn a lesson. So I just got off of a tour, a national tour, which is great. Not gonna lie, it was awesome. I loved it so much. It was for the national tour of Cabaret, and if anyone hasn't seen Cabaret, I highly recommend going to check out not the movie, because love you, Bob Fosse, but your Cabaret was super tame, and that's not what Cabaret should be all about. If you really want to experience Cabaret, I highly recommend going to see the Dunbar Warehouse production. It's on YouTube. You can check it out on YouTube. And that's starring Ellen Cumming and Jane Horrocks. So I got off of this tour. I'm back in the city. Now what the fuck do I do? Back in the city, back trying to do my thing. I got a new job at a restaurant serving. I also have a new boyfriend. Love him. Really, actually, we have used the L word, even though we've only been dating for like 3 months. And the old me would have been terrified about that, but the new me is just kind of like, you know what? I'm right here, and he's right here, and maybe one day we'll be right here, or maybe one day we'll be right here, but right now we're just right here understanding what love is to one another, and maybe love means this for him and means this for him, but like, we understand that it just means the same for us, and my God, did it get darker out? Anyway, so a lot of new things in my life. I'm also back auditioning in New York City. Okay, if you're not in music theater or any kind of performing arts, let me just paint it like this. Imagine, for your career, you have to go out every half a year to a year to find a new job. Because your old job just kicks you out. It's like, sorry, we're no longer serving this position. You can't have any money from us anymore, and you can't do what you were doing before because we're not doing this anymore. Bye! So now you have to go back into the interview process and find a whole new job, another job that you're hoping will advance your career and will help you get farther and earn more money. Because more money will earn you more prestige, and more prestige will get you more money, which will mean that you are more marketable, which means that you will be able to keep working in this world, fully functioning adult who's actually doing what he loves instead of just being a sad person who is doing something he hates. And seriously, who did the editing on this? The lighting is terrible. Understand? It's a lot, guys. Plus, touring's really, really weird too, because you have the initial anxiety of just like, hey, I'm in this job and I know it's going to end soon and I'm going to have to go and find another one. But then also you have the added anxiety and drama of like, hey, I'm stuck on a bus for 6 months with these people and I get along with all of them initially, but then things start to crumble, as things do with like any group of people for X amount of months, and you don't really know exactly how to fix it, but then also you like need to fix it, but then also like some people don't want to fix it, and then blah 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 blah. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now. I just don't know what I'm doing 100%. Examples are good. I need to be making more material for my reel. So a reel, in case anyone doesn't know what it is a compilation of things that you have done, uh, songs you've sung, performances you've been in, and you just mash them all together in a very creative and organized way. It's almost like a collage. You slap your headshot on the beginning, then you slap your headshot on the end, and then you also put your website on there, and you're like, hey, this is me in a package. That is a lot of anxiety for me because I don't know how to package myself that well. Because I feel like I'm a little bit more complex than just a video reel. So I know I need to get more material for my reel, but I'm like struggling with trying to find out how to do that because I don't know how to do that. And I'm trying to figure out like, if I do this, is this the right way to do things? Or am I just like flying by the seat of my pants, and if I fly by the seat of my pants, is it going to turn into something I can actually do? And am I even right for this to begin with? And like, who am I as a person and a performer? Am I even worthy? And oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing, and I feel like the world is imploding. When you're beginning something new, you have those anxieties. You have that flutter in your chest of worry and doubt. You doubt yourself and you worry about, am I even capable of doing something like this? And if I do something like this, am I going to be any good? So I'm back. Hi. And I just wanted to speak about beginnings. Beginnings are hard. Beginnings are really hard. Because you feel like you should know more about something you've already done. And even worse, you feel like you should know everything about something you've already done. There's that immense pressure that the world puts on us to know everything and be everything, but it's impossible. What you make is not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be what you want it to be. You want perfection. And perfection is unobtainable. And it sucks knowing that you want it to be perfect because it's your umpteenth time beginning again. But it doesn't mean you can't strive for it. All you can really do is just be okay with what it is instead of what you want it to be. Because if you're okay with what it is, eventually you will find out that's exactly what you want it to be. Because the second thing I learned is that that imperfection is going to be perfect. So I'm wishing you luck on your journey. I'm wishing you luck on your beginnings. And I hope we both make it.